Hello handy beaders! Today I'm going to show you how to make a beaded star using PRECIOSA Hill beads and some bugles. And I will show you how to make a component you can use in your projects. And here I have some example of usage of these stars, and it's a necklace. I have made 3 stars with 5 peaks. Here are the materials you will need to make one beaded star with 5 peaks. You will need 10 PRECIOSA Hill beads, 30 7mm bugle beads, and then you will need some kind of stringing material. I'm using 0.2mm thick monofilament thread. You can use fireline or other beading threads, but I recommend to use monofilament because these beads are heavy and it works better with them, and beading needles are optional. I cut 1 meter of my monofilament thread and put a needle on each of my ends. You can use needles if you want to, but you don't have to. It will work even without needles. I'm picking up beads on one of my needles, doesn't matter which one, but I have to pick them in certain order. So I've picked 1 bugle bead, 1 hill bead, bugle, and again a hill bead. But because of the shape of hill beads, I have to pick them certain way so I can make right angle weave with these beads. As you can see, there are 2 sides to this hill bead, and one is flat and one is round. So from this side the bead is round, and from that side it's flat. So I want to pick my hill beads in that way, so they are laying like this, and that's why I picked them this way. As you can see, the one bead I've picked through the flat side, and the second is picked through the concave side, like this. Then I have to take the other needle and I have to go through that last hill bead I've added, and holding my needles together, I want to position my beadwork in the center of this thread. So that's what I have so far. I want to build my star on this unit, so to make another unit of right angle weave, I have to pick 1 bugle on each of my needles, 1 bugle on each of my ends, and then I have to pick the hill bead, but the way it will lay properly with other beads. So I have to pick it like this. With my right needle, I have to go through the round side of the bead as I am exiting out of the bead. And with the left needle, I have to crisscross this bead. So basically you are doing right angle weave, but with this strange kind of beads, and you want to lay them really nicely so your star will have nice shape. Laying my project like this, I will pick again 1 bugle bead on my right side needle, and on the left side I will pick 1 bugle bead, and sliding them down, And then I will pick this heel bead and I will go again through this round side of the bead with my right hand needle and through that flat side with the left hand needle. And again, when I pull it, it sits nicely with the other beads. So I think that's enough for you to understand what you should do. Use all of your heel beads and then come back and I will show you how to make the peaks of this beaded star. I've stitched into the project all of my heel beads, and then now I want to join these two ends into the circle so I can make the peaks of my beaded star. I want to pick one bugle bead on each of my ends, and then I want to join these two ends together by adding just these bugle beads and no heel beads because they are already in my project. So I want to go through the right side of my first bead. So again, when I'm exiting out of this bead on the flat surface with my right needle, I want to go through the flat surface of this first bead. And the same for the left side. When I'm exiting out of this round surface of this bead, I want to go through the round surface of the first bead. So I want to crisscross the right needle, the right thread, and pull that. So I have something like this, a ring of these heel and bugle beads. And the easiest thing in the world is to join my beads so there will be peaks appearing here. I will pick one bugle bead and then skip the next heel bead and go through the next heel bead from that side when the surface of the beads is flat. That's my right hand needle. So when you pull it, it looks like this. And then I flip my ring for the left needle, and again I want to pick one bugle bead, skip this next heel bead here and go into the next from that round surface of the bead and pull it. So you can see there is first peak of my beaded star. Now picking the one bugle on my right hand needle, I want to skip this next heel bead and go into the next one and pull. And when flipping work over, I want to take my left hand needle, pick one bugle bead, skipping the next heel bead, and I want to go through the next heel bead from that round surface. So this is the front and that's the back of my beaded star. So there are a few more bugle beads left. So in this project, skipping the next heel bead and going into the second heel bead from that flat surface with my right hand needle, and do the same for the opposite side, picking one bugle, skipping one heel bead and going into the next and pull. So there are 3 peaks of my beaded star. Only a few more to go. So one bugle, skipping this next heel bead and going into the second and pulling, and then the same thing for the front of my beaded star, skipping this one and going into that one. And when you pull it, there are 4 peaks. Okay, the last 2 beads. One bugle bead on my right hand needle and going through this second heel bead, pulling it, and then the last bugle bead for my left hand needle, skipping the next heel bead and going through the second. Okay, so you can pull this tie and tie a knot, but I like to reinforce the back side of this beaded star. So I want to position my needles from to go out of the beads on this back side of my beaded star. So from the front I will pick the needle which is here, exiting out of this round concave shape of that heel bead, and I will go through the nearest bugle of that central circle and down the heel bead like this, and then flipping it over. Here we are, exiting out of these 2 heel beads which are next to each other. I want to crisscross this bugle which is between these 2 threads. So from the right side left, and with the second needle from left side right. So now they are exiting out of the same bugle, and I want to go through these 4 bugle beads which are forming the inner circle or pentagon of this beaded star, and then tie a knot with each of my needles. I want to tie them together. That was this right side, and because I'm right-handed, I have to go through it with my right hand because it's quicker than with my left hand. And now I have them facing each other, so I can tie a knot and hide it in one of these bugles here. So what do you think about this beaded star? I think it's a nice and beautiful and really quick project. You can then use in your own projects. It's some kind of component. You can join them as I showed you at the beginning of the video, for example, to make a necklace like this, and this was made by using bugle beads between each of those stars here. You can use it for something like this. You can use it as a solitaire pendant. You can use it for your earrings, whatever you want. And I hope you will have fun with these beaded stars, and you will make them in different colors, and then probably share your photos with me and with the other beaders. So I'm glad I did this video, and you will have really great time doing these beaded stars. Happy beading, everyone!